Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Tangi. I am your host, Tangi. I am a licensed attorney in Maryland and DC, and I am going to be sharing some information to you today about some ways on how to obtain a green card. Again, just keep in mind that anything that I share in this video is strictly just general legal information. There's no attorney-client privilege being created by the contents I talk about in this video, nor am I providing anybody any specific legal advice. Okay, so this is just general information. I focus primarily on family, all things family related, and so that's just my primary focus is family-based immigration, family law, and family estate planning. So, without further ado, I hope you grabbed your favorite cup of tea. I have mine. And let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Also, keep in mind that with immigration, things change all the time. So, do your due diligence when you are researching and verifying whatever I state is still current. Okay? And make sure that you like, share, and subscribe my channel. So, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into some of these pathways to get a green card. This is not an exclusive list of options. There's a lot of ways. I'm not going to go into all of the ways, but these are some of the common ways to get a green card because I get a lot of people reaching out to me asking me, hey, I want to get my cousin. I want to help my cousin get a green card. Or I want to help my aunt get a green card. Or I have this friend and I want to know how I can get them a green card. Or they themselves want to get a green card. And sometimes there's just no option available based on the situation or the circumstance that they're in for them to be able to apply for a green card. It is not an easy process. You can't just fill out an application and get a green card. It doesn't work that way. There are requirements that have to be met. And so this is just a really brief video explaining some of the ways you can get a green card. So the very first common option is through family-based immigration. That is one of the areas I focus primarily on when I'm helping clients is through the family-based petitions. So this is where you have a United States citizen sponsor you, or a lawful permanent resident can also sponsor an immediate family member, and sometimes even family members who aren't so immediate. But it really is just you can sponsor a spouse, unmarried children who are under the age of 21. There's parents that you can sponsor. Again, you have to meet a certain age requirement. I believe you have to be 21 or older to petition for your parents. And then and those are the immediate relatives. And then you have the lower level preferenced relatives that you can sponsor, which are like your adult sons and daughters, your brother or sister. And also, if you are the spouse or child of a lawful permanent resident. There's so many different categories and requirements that need to be met, but those are the relatives that you can sponsor. So you can't sponsor like your uncle or your aunt or cousin, unfortunately. Okay. So then you have your employment-based immigration, which is another option to be able to apply for a green card. And this is when you have a United States employer offer you a job, and they may be able to sponsor you to get a green card. So that is another option. And then you have investments, and that's where if you make a significant investment into a United States business, then you may be able to apply for a green card through it's called the EB-5 program. So that's also another option on how to apply for a green card. And then another common method, which is not always accessible to everybody, but it's the diversity visa lottery. And so basically how that works is that each year the United States government holds this lottery for individuals from countries who have low immigrants coming into the United States. So you would apply for this lottery a year in advance, and then the following year they hold the lottery and let you know if you've been selected. And then if you have been selected with that lottery, then you'd be able to apply for a green card. So that is one of the options. And then excuse me, maybe I should drink some of my tea. And then another one of the excuse me, another one of the options is the refugee or asylum status. And those cases take a very, very long time. So, and you do have to be like fleeing from persecution from your home country in order to apply for refugee or asylum status in the United States. So this is not a very easy option. And they do take a long time, but it does lead to you being able to apply to get a green card. And while your application is pending, there is some opportunity for you to be able to work. So you do, after a certain period of time, while your application is pending, I believe it's up to 180 days. You could be approved for an employment authorization document, which allows you the ability to work while your application is pending. And then the last ways are some more humanitarian relief options. And I've done some videos on these before. So if you want to go back and get the details about each one of these, I have done videos. But it's human trafficking, and that's sex traffic and labor trafficking. There's victims of certain qualifying crimes, and there's victims of abuse. So this is your T visa application, your U visa application, and your VAWA application. These three particular options allow for a pathway to get a green card. So again, if you want more details about those particular ways, I would suggest you take a look at some of those videos that I did. But those are some of the pathways and options that allow people to apply for green cards. It's really important to know that the process for obtaining a green card is not easy. It could be very complex. It could be very time consuming. And then you also have to keep in mind that there's eligibility requirements that have to be met, and they vary depending on what category you're applying under. So it's really important that if you do want to sponsor someone, or you yourself want to apply for a green card, you need to consult with an immigration attorney so that you can understand all of your options, and they can also help you to navigate the application process. So if you want more information, feel free to reach out. I know this is Tea Time with Tangie, but my firm is Turner Legal Solutions. My information is in the About section of my YouTube channel. I will be more than happy to speak with you about some of the questions you have. You can feel free to drop your questions in the chat if you want to put it in the chat. But that's it. Those are the options. So family-based immigration, employment-based immigration, investment. I believe I said diversity visa, lotteries, refugee or asylum status, and human trafficking, victims of qualifying crimes, and victims of abuse are ways that can lead to you being able to apply for a green card. So that's all for now. Until then, make sure that you like, share, that you subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get in a habit of maybe posting maybe a little bit more than second and fourth Thursday, but I'm struggling with second and fourth Thursday. So, but I'm grateful that you guys are patient with me as I get more content out. And until then, have a blessed rest of your week, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Until then, bye.